They told you buying a house cost too much right now. They told you renting made sense because it was affordable. Well, that may have been true 15 or 20 years ago, but in the last 5 years, since 2020, landlords have been jacking up the rent every 6 months like it's some sort of a sick and twisted joke. As if they are watching renters on security cameras go into a fit of rage and cry after they drop off their rent check in that little box every month. The landlords say, well, the costs have gone up, man. And I get it. It's true. Property tax, these cities ripping everybody off, and labor to fix things, they have gone up. But 15, 25% every 6 months or a year? No, I don't think so. I remember one of my friends was saying his rent was $600 2 years ago. Now it's $1,300. That's more than double in 2 years. Explain that. And it makes me think. I think back to history every time I hear these things of what's happening to this world we live in. This fake American dream that we've been sold down the river for. Since medieval times, peasants had to work the land and tend to their livestock 8 to 12 hours a day to pay off the greedy landlords who sat in their castles that kept getting fatter and fatter. Henry VIII, in fact, was so fat. In fact, he could barely walk before he died. It is alleged that some 10 to 12 men were needed just to drag his fat, dead body out of his castle to bury. That's crazy. And if that's not enough to piss you off, they've turned the hardworking American into a slave, a wage slave. Or the way I put it, they've turned us into peasants. Medieval peasants that are desperate. And every month now, when the rent goes up, we all ask ourselves, we have to make a decision. What will I give up this month? What will I stop paying for? Will I give up my health insurance? Will I start skipping meals? Will I sell my car? Will I sell my wedding jewelry? Anything you got, it will be stripped clean from you. These same private equity companies, they own shares in blood plasma companies. The same blood plasma companies you and I are forced to sell the nutrients of our own flesh and blood to pay their extortion fees they label as the monthly rent. Because if you decide to get an attitude and tell them to go off or get bent, I'm not paying your rent this month, screw you, they don't play games, man. You will be evicted. Within 30 to 60 days or whatever it is in your state, there will be a sheriff at your door kicking the door down and escorting you out your little hovel. Miss a month, you're toast. They don't care. You'll be stuck with your dog, your cat, or your grandma living in your car. There's no compassion in corporate America anymore. There's no morality, no ethics. It's all just profit. These landlords and apartment companies are monsters. To them, you're a nobody. You're just a number in their system. But just remember, if you do end up living in your car, it won't end there. They'll come after you. They will try to persecute you for being homeless because you don't get paid enough. There's no escape from these monsters. Until everyone bands together and stops paying en masse, we will be picked off one by one. You miss a day of work, you miss 3 days of work. The vacation or whatever pay doesn't kick in, your company screws you, you're short on rent. What are you gonna do? You get laid off, you get fired because you looked at somebody the wrong way, or because somebody does their job slightly better than you. You're toast. And the sad part of this whole situation is, they will just keep on taking advantage of your hard work and your kindness. They know you'll work 40 to 60 hours a week and you'll donate your own blood because your dog, your cat, your elderly mother, and that extra room you're paying for needs your financial support. Or because your wife or husband's in a wheelchair and can't work, and you're the only hero that's willing to sacrifice your time and your life and your blood for a paycheck to keep a roof over their heads.